In this video, we're going to discuss how to calculate the cumulative frequency table, and then also we'll talk about making a cumulative frequency line graph. So we're using the same data that we did in the previous two videos. Previous video was on relative frequency, and the one before that was just on the frequency histogram. Okay, so now we're talking about cumulative frequency. Right. So this data represents the age of 50 children who are in daycare or after school care. Right. So let's see, how do we calculate cumulative frequency? So what we do is we accumulate the frequency as we go down on the frequency table. Okay, so we start with 14, and then we add on the 12. Okay, so we start with the 14, that's where we start with, and we add on the 12. So that would be 14 plus 12, which is, let's see, 26, right? And we add on the 10. All right, so that's, let's see, that'd be 36. Okay, then we add on the 9. Okay, so that would be 45. Then lastly, we add on the 5. Now, where you stop should always be the sample size. So this was a 50 children, so good. We stopped on the sample size. Okay, so what's the point of this? Why do we have this cumulative frequency distribution? Why are we concerned about this? Well, this tells us something pretty interesting. We can say, okay, so looking at this, we have 36 children that are less than the age of 6. Right? We have we have 26 children that are less than the age of 4. Right? So the way you use this is you say, okay, so however many this is, there are that many children that are less than that class. Okay, so 45 children that are less than 8. You see, 45 children that are less than 8. 36 children that are less than 6. 26 children that are less than 4. Right? You'd also use the boundary. You could say 26 children that are less than 4.5. That would also be a correct way of interpreting this cumulative frequency. All right? So a lot of times people will draw line graphs to represent cumulative frequency as opposed to bar graphs. You could do a bar graph with the cumulative frequency. I'm going to go ahead and do the most common. I'm going to show how to do the most common way, which is the line graph for the cumulative frequency. So we'll have the cumulative frequency here, and you could use the midpoints or the boundaries for the x-axis. I'll go ahead and use the midpoints this time. 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be the age of the children that are enrolled in daycare or after school care. Okay, and then my frequency, I'm going to go ahead and count by 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Let me go ahead and label those. 20, 25, 30, 35, 35, 40, 45, and 50. Okay. Let me go ahead and remember what my midpoints are. So my class midpoints 1.5, 3.5, okay, 1.5, 3.5, 5.5, 7.5, and 9.5. All right, so then I'm going to have a point for each of these classes. So at 1.5, the cumulative frequency is 14. So I'll go ahead and do a dot there at 14. 3.5, I'm at 26. So 26, somewhere around right here. At 5.5, I'm at 36. Okay, let's see, 36, somewhere around right here. And then I'm at 45. Then I'm at 50. Okay, so it looks something like this. When you draw your line, you always start at the origin and then kind of go up and go through all your points. Okay, so you're just connecting the dots. Okay, so there you go. That's the cumulative frequency line graph and the cumulative frequency table.